Hey guys, here's Heiko. Not Nothing Fancy, but I want to do a KRV, as Nothing Fancy calls it, a knife review in the Nothing Fancy style, just to honor the guy, give him a quick shout out. Hi Nothing Fancy. I'm not going to try to copy his style. Just for this one particular review, I wanted to pick up on the vibe of Nothing Fancy and his original gear review channel. He has been on YouTube since 2008, I believe. I've been watching his content since 2009, so I was right up there in the very beginning, watching his gun, knife, general gear review. He has added a few things over the years. There have been motorcycle videos, there have been watch reviews, actually lots of watch reviews in the recent past, and over KRVs or knife reviews. As his channel has grown, he has developed a pretty good relationship with companies in the industry, including BladeHQ, which is a knife retailer online, and they have worked together to come out with limited edition knives, and I own now two of them. The first one I bought was this Victorinox Cadet, which is a limited edition. Here you can see 426 out of 500. This was made to Nothing Fancy specification. It has TNP, the Nothing Fancy project, engraved on the blade, and as you can see, it's scratched up and scuffed up. I actually use it. Oh, there's still some glue on here. So this is actually in my pocket. Love it. Lightweight, thin, doesn't take up any space in my pocket, and I don't even know I have it with me until I need it, and that's always perfect. He also has a little bit of the aviation vibe going on his review table, so I wanted to pick up on that as well. I used to be a helicopter pilot in the German Army, and spent 12 years in the German Army, and now I still fly helicopters here in the United States in air ambulance, EMS. Here's a piece of a rotor blade. This is from a German-made BO-105. It's a twin-engine helicopter. This I didn't cut that out of a blade of a helicopter parked out on the ramp. This was a blade that was destroyed or had to be cut up. You know, when a part of an aircraft times out, it can either be rebuilt and then used again, or certain parts have to be destroyed, and they just cut those little slices up and gave me one. So I like that. And then here is one of those engraved glass blocks. It shows the front of my old unit's hangar number 2, and it has 2 aircrafts in it, 2 BO-105s. That's what the blade is from. And in the middle is a attack helicopter Tiger, which is the newest aircraft in the German Army. And then also we have the Helix, which is was a drawing made by Leonardo da Vinci, which was the coat of arms or the emblem of my old unit. So let's move on. The watch for this review is a Sterling fully manual watch that I actually have to wind up in the morning with a leather strap. Has a transparent clear back to it, so you can see all the mechanical parts moving and doing their job. Blue hands, and I think it's a pretty good looking watch. It was a Christmas gift at some point. Now let's get to the topic, knives. So just a couple of representations here. The Cadet this year is $7.99 from Harbor Freight, which is one of the knives that I actually carry. This is really cheap, but it's very durable. It has G10 grips, pillar construction, full steel line, so it's pretty hefty. It's definitely not a lightweight. The clip is pretty decent. The blade is made out of 8CR13 MOV steel, so it's nothing special, but it does the job. And as you can see, this has seen a lot of wear, and I've also sharpened this already a few times to keep it usable. I have a few of those. It's so cheap that you can have one for each pocket, so to speak, which is, you know, it's not terrible. And now let's get to the topic of the day, Spyderco. Spyderco made a knife for BladeHQ and Nut and Fancy, the Delica 4 lightweight in Nut and Fancy specification. It's in Nut and Fancy color. I guess the scaling here was also to his specification. He picked it. It says Spyderco Delica 4 on it. The Nut and Fancy project TNP, I got 182 out of 1,230. Made in Japan, which I like. It's made in Seki City. It's a not a liner lock, but it's a back lock, so that's nice too, right here. The clip is not deep carry, but at least you can move it around to whatever side and orientation you want, tip up, tip down, whatever you want. Blackened blade, edge is really good, really sharp out of box, so I'm not gonna put my cheap Chinese sharpener on it, at least not anytime soon. Then the Spyderco symbol here, and then they have the steel on here. It's S35VN. They also sent me a little letter here with the knife. Congratulations, blah blah blah. Exclusive is a special configuration of an established Spyderco model that is produced for a single wholesale customer or distributor. So this knife was produced for BladeHQ and Nut and Fancy and is only available through BladeHQ sales channel. So this American made, it's a precision machine from American made CPM S35VN. Particle metallurgy stainless steel developed to offer improved toughness over CPM S30V. Its unique chemistry promotes the formation of niobium carbides along with vanadium and chromium carbides, making it about 15 to 20% tougher than CPM S30V. Let's see, it also boasts a rich black titanium carbonitride, my goodness, coating, which highlights laser engraved text that includes TNP, the Nut and Fancy project, and the month and year of its release. Is that right? The month and year of its release? Oh yeah, 10/21, so this was October 21, that's good. Equally unique, the fiberglass reinforced nylon FRN handle of this knife is injection molded in a bright blue color. That is a signature element of the Nut and Fancy project. Blah blah blah. Handle features Spyderco's signature bidirectional texturing for secure grip in all conditions, and so on. A truly unique expression of one of Spyderco's most iconic models. This Delica 4 lightweight exclusive is ideal for both serious knife users and discriminating collectors alike. So let's put this over here. What else do we have? Oh, there's a sticker. I have a Spyderco sticker, and I have a product information warranty guide. Lots of information. It shows the Delica in all its glory. Golden, Colorado, that's where Spyderco is, apparently. But this knife was made in Japan, of all places. So I was a little hesitant to buy it for $123 plus shipping and tax. Maybe no shipping. Maybe it was just tax, but $123, I believe. And I thought I'm going to get a Chinese-made knife, which is really lightweight. But I ended up getting one that is made in Japan. So the grip handle parts here put together, not in a pillar construction that you see very often, and it has also no liners, no steel liner in there. Here in this case it is not a pillar construction, it's fully enclosed. Then you have the back lock here. And as we look in here, there are no liners in there, so it's just the scales or the sides of the handle made out of the fiberglass reinforced nylon with a spacer in here. The clip is not deep carry, which would have been preferable, but it's a pretty decent clip after all. Has this what is it called, cow tongue design, or spoon design, so you can slide it over your tactical pants, the pocket, into your pocket of your tactical pants. So this is pretty decent. Nice construction. The centering of the blade in the handle is perfect. It opens pretty nicely. It locks up with absolutely no wobble, and then unlocks pretty nicely too. Nice blackened blade, I like that. Edges are a little on the sharp side, but I guess you will have to hook your thumb in there really nicely to open it up, so it kind of has to be on the sharp edge side. Nothing Fancy is a stickler when it comes to jimping. So when you hold your knife and you engage the blade with your thumb, he always asks for sharp jimping, and this jimping here is just perfect. It has a lot of grip. The blade itself fits in my hand pretty well, and I have pretty large hands, so I have like a glove size extra large. So this knife is a decent size, and locks in really well. So for precise digging out a splinter with a sharp tip here, that works really well. This is not an assisted opening or anything of that nature, so this is just one hand operation. Nothing Fancy always does the zip tie modification. I guess when you carry it in a certain way and have the zip tie on there, you can hook the zip tie to the edge of your pen pocket, and while you're pulling the knife out, you're opening it up to have a faster deployment. If you're using this as an EDC / defensive tool, which overall I would say it's probably on the smaller side of any kind of defensive tool, tactical blade, but it definitely is a sturdy knife that will do the job if you need to. Now, just as a competitive offering, which this one here is $8 at the moment, about the same size, a little bit different grip shape and definitely a different blade shape. This is a liner lock, weighs twice as much as the Delica lightweight. Nothing Fancy has this acronym SWC, size and weight constraints. So for him it's very important to always have very lightweight gear, and we're talking about ounces, so if he can save 2 ounces on a knife, he will. And I agree with that. Having lightweight gear, you know, it's easier to lug around and you will actually take it. If you know, people say, oh yeah, I carry this and that and have EDC, all kinds of big 5-inch blade folding knives, and then you run into them and ask them, hey, where's your 5-inch blade? They don't have it with them because it's too bulky, too heavy, didn't fit in the pocket. Same with firearms. So I really like it. It's really lightweight, even though it is a little pricey if you think about it. You get some little bit of nylon, you get a blade, and this is not a new design. The Delica has been around for years. They have made it in many different shapes, so the tooling is already produced. It is made in Japan, where manufacturing costs are definitely higher than in China. So from that perspective, I like it, I appreciate it. It's made in a country that is known for quality manufacturing. But yeah, $123 for a nylon handled knife. I don't know. It's a little on the steep side. So I would say for a EDC knife, this is definitely on the pricier side of things. especially if you consider you can get like, you know, a Kershaw or a Gerber or some other brand knives for half, if not even less than that, and it will function just the same or similar. But he's always talking about second cool, first cool. First cool is the functionality of something. So the first cool features of this knife would be its lightweight construction. So it's very lightweight. It doesn't add any burden of carrying gear around. And then the second cool feature would be pride of ownership. You find it cool, it makes you happy. You're happy when you pull it out and you look at it, and you know, you like the design, and you're just proud to own it. That's second cool, and I agree with that philosophy wholeheartedly. That you know, this here $8, I mean, it makes me happy that it's so cheap and that it does a utilitarian knife job, and when I have it with me, I have a knife with me, but that's about it. I wouldn't be bragging, telling anyone, hey, I got this brand new super cool Harbor Freight knife, but I definitely would show people, oh, look at my Spyderco Delica 4 lightweight. This is the limited edition Nut and Fancy project version, so this is definitely cool to own. And in the past, the Nut and Fancy project and BladeHQ, they have brought out a few knives that I didn't participate in, either because they were too expensive, or, you know, you gotta have the dollars lying around to always buy those things. I mean, some people collect the Nut and Fancy project knives. I only have those two. But it is definitely cool to own, and the prices of those knives have gone up. So when you see one on eBay, they are more than what they were originally selling for on BladeHQ. So I'm proud owner of this one now here. Number, what did I say? 182 of 1230, which is pretty nice, and it's really sharp. Here, let's do the paper test. Let me grab a piece of paper here real quick. Scrap paper. All right. Ooh. And this is just normal printer paper. This is not especially thick, stiff cardboard or anything. Fresh out of the printer. Oops. Very nice. So, making a mess, but very sharp out of the box. Very nicely ground. And very well put together. And yeah, I guess since it doesn't have steel liners and it's really only held in nylon, there is a little bit of some blade flex left and right. I mean, the handle flexes too, but that's the nature of this very lightweight construction. So if you put more steel in there, it's gonna be much heavier. I should probably get my fine scales and weigh how much this is. Let's do this real quick. Alright, here we go. Let's get the mess out of the way. Let's get the box out of the way, make sure we don't miss any information here. Nope, just a piece of foam. And here's the scales. Turn that on. Hello. This is in gram. In ounces. So this one weighs 2.291 ounces. And just to compare it to a knife that's very similar size, just completely much cheaper, much chunkier construction. 3.369. So this knife is a whole 1.1 ounces heavier than our Delica here. So lightweight, good size, nicely opening, not a liner lock but a back lock. Yeah, timing is perfect. Nicely constructed, nicely done. $123 BladeHQ, and I'm the proud owner of it. Thanks Nut and Fancy for coming out with those nice knives. I will participate as far as I can. I am one of his patrons, even though a very small one. But yeah, he puts out good content, makes good videos. I really appreciate his philosophy videos as well. And he's a God-fearing man, and we need more of those guys. Thanks Nut and Fancy for this nice knife. BladeHQ as well, thank you. Spyderco, good job. Thanks for watching this quick little KRV, as Nut and Fancy would call it, of our Delica 4 lightweight special edition. Yeah, thanks for watching, and if you like this super random type of content, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and look forward to more random content. Thank you. Bye.